Well, a very good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the County Talk here on Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Evan Sokinyi. I'm glad that you're here with us. I'm joined this morning by Professor Herman Manyora. Prof, how are you?
Wonderful.
I'm here, let's have this conversation. The president is already from the mountain region, and of course, something is happening here. You remember the kind of reception that certain members of parliament from the central Kenya region received. Look at the majority leader in the National Assembly, Kimani Ichung'wah, and it's like their popularity is actually waning in this particular region. And I heard Gathoni Mushomba say that, look, for these people, it's a done deal, like they're not moving anywhere. It's like there's new people who are going to resonate with the people and who are going to be more popular with the people. And therefore, we expect that as part of William Ruto's new strategy, that he would drop these people who've lost actually their love with the people and therefore align with the most popular people on the ground. Do you think that would be the case?
Yeah, the people have said it will be a strategy where Ruto would now leave Kimani Ichung'wah and the rest and go for people who are popular with the ground. Actually, the person, I can't remember who that was, he said he'll poach those people from Gachagua and from Uhuru and embrace them and climb the mountain with them. It's a possibility. Yeah.
So how does that strategy work?
It's difficult because today anybody associated with Ruto, he won't keep his goose. It'll be cooked.
Yeah. Let us look first of all on the one of the reasons as to why these people who are assumed to be with the people and more popular here, what was their path to popularity? How did they reach there? And definitely I believe that maybe it was because they decided to align with the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and are definitely opposed to William Ruto. So how easy would it be for the president to poach them? And would they agree if that is the case? And
you know, politics is a game of dynamics.
How that change?
Politics is a game of dynamics. You see, even when we get to the point where the opposition has a candidate, and you see the configuration of the 2027 team to oppose Ruto, and let's say, for example, there's the popular belief that Akikuyu would not be in the main team.
Yes.
So you have, say, Kalonzo Musyoka or Fred Matiang'i running for president, Natembeya running mate, Zaluya. So then if there's a position of prime minister, somebody else, maybe a Masai or Lekina or whatever it is. So that arrangement where there isn't Akikuyu anywhere at the top could open up space for Ruto through some people. That's how politics works. People could say, tunatengeza watu serikali. I don't know whether you get it. So, those are the remote possibilities, but they are very remote. They are very remote. It's very remote that somebody can see that those with Ruto are drowning, and then he chooses to leave his comfort place with Gachagua and the people, and then he joins Ruto to drown with the other. It will be very difficult, but it is possible.
Okay.
But what you expect to see is that anybody who wants to be an MP will align himself with Gachagua. Yeah. So it's very unlikely that Ruto can poach from that team, from the Gachagua team, because to be with the Gachagua is to become an MP automatically. Yeah.
Okay.
So who will leave that to go where Ruto is? They left Uhuru Kenyatta, who was their own, and went with Ruto because to be with Ruto meant to win. Yeah. The yellow fever. They joined the yellow fever bandwagon. Okay?
Yeah. One of the few individuals whom we can actually tell hasn't lost ground with his people here is Ndindi Nyoro. And remember the other time when the president was speaking, he was saying, look, I have plans for him and all that. Do you think after what has happened, now that you're saying here that there are a lot of dynamics in politics, that he would still go ahead and convince these people next time to forget everything and then just go ahead and vote for President William Ruto?
That will be suicide. When I look at Ndindi Nyoro, he doesn't look that foolish.
Okay.
So it's better either being solo or going with the crowd. So he either will be on the ground with the people and therefore whatever outfit Gachagua will come up with, he will join. That will be the party. If you are not in that party of Gachagua in Mount Kenya, you'll be wasting your time. So either Manyora will join that party or remain neutral. He's strong enough to be accepted as a neutral person. Yeah.
Now look at even certain individuals, even the member of parliament for Madira, where the deputy president comes from. Do you think that they've actually managed to convince their people why they decided to go against one of their own?
How can you? You can't. They know it is gone. They are gone and they know it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not something you can salvage. A few clever ones will jump ship the last moment. And you saw it last time. A few clever ones will hang on with Ruto. Then pop! Come on the ground and say, you know, we knew what we were doing. Yeah. Now we are back home. Yeah. And people accept a few of them. Yes.
They're saying here that one of the reasons why they decided to have him impeached is because he was always threatening them that if at all they don't align with him, then it's done for them.
It was not a threat.
So, and that is the question I'm asking. Was it really a threat or it's now a reality?
It was a reality because now they can see he was right.
Okay.
What Gachagua seems, if he said, I don't know whether he told them, but if he told them what he was saying, I am fighting for our people of the mountain. And you can only be with me unless you don't mind about the people, unless you don't care about the people. If you care about your own people, who are also my people, then you have to be with me. And it happens I'm the deputy president, so I'm the senior most. So if you are not with me, you are not with the people. So that was the reality. Gachagua was just stating the reality. And they have now seen he was right.
What do you think would be the biggest lesson that some of these members of parliament have actually learned from the visit of President William Ruto on the mountain at this time?
Of course they know it's gone. They can see it's gone. Yeah.
For
now it's gone. And I keep repeating, politics is dynamic. Ruto was unable to climb the mountain. Even where beginners reach, he could not reach. You know where beginners reach? He could not reach there. When you are climbing mountain, you start where beginners reach. You celebrate Leo nimefika hapa.
When
you go small mountains, small mountains, Longonot, where then like that. Then finally you end up Mount Kenya. But even in Mount Kenya, you don't go to the top. You start as some place. Then next time you come like that. So he was unable to reach even where beginners reach.
When was that?
This last trip.
Okay.
He was not able to shake the mountain. The people remain with the resolve up to now. But I keep saying up to now because they can change tomorrow. There are dynamics in politics.
Okay.
Yeah.
They can change tomorrow and thereafter things may actually be difficult.
It depends on how Gachagua and the rest play their game.
So what
if they think, and I must advise them, and I keep doing these things for free. That's why my company is not growing. You see, if they think just because people hate Ruto today, that's enough. If they sit on their laurels, as the knees, the saying goes, if they think it's done, it's never over until it's over. So it's not over. If they think it's over for Ruto, they are wrong. It's not over until it is.
Until it is over.
And this one will be over on the 10th of August, 2027. You have to take it up to the wire. Then you know it's over. If you just rejoice now, dancing the way some people are dancing that Raila had already won, you have to wait until the trophy is on.
So you see, we're trying to look at the fate of these members of parliament and of course senators. Most of them are members of parliament who are allied to President William Ruto. You're here saying here that they were with him on that particular tour and they saw the kind of reception that they got. In as much as people believe that it was a good reception somehow, why do you think, if at all they've realized or they've come to realize that indeed the ground is hostile to anybody who is pro-Ruto at this particular moment, why are they waiting? Why
it takes time. There? You remember even those in UDA didn't jump to you, didn't leave Jubilee until the last moment. First of all, being with Ruto has its own benefits. Being an MP, there's no guarantee if you leave, you can come back. Because really, you know, those who left Jubilee and went to UDA finished their term. Yet the law says they should have gone home. Ruto is not like Uhuru. Ruto can push this thing until you go home. If you try to play with Ruto at I'm crossing over, I'm going to do this, let them try. This new party they are going to form, let them try. Play with Ruto and you see. He will push through until you go home. So how many are prepared to go home?
And that would mean...
An election is not a simple thing. Yeah. Okay. Because if you leave now and go and then you are not received by Gachagua, then you go to Madeira and you find Gachagua as a preferred candidate, and you have left UDA. Unaenda ukiadaga. How many MPs are willing to take that risk? So they push it until the very end. Yeah.
So that's why they're still buying time.
Yeah, a lot of them will leave.
Therefore, going forward, do you expect to see some sort of a mass exodus from the UDA, especially from the mountain region?
Mass, yes. Mass.
Okay.
In fact, the way Gachagua was putting it in that interview of his, sometimes back with Jesse Rogers, after the registration of his party, and after IEBC is fully constituted, he will sort of cause a general election, a little general election, where MPs from Mount Kenya will resign en masse. You know, that can even shock Ruto, because even the strongest allies, if they are guaranteed by the Gachagua team that you leave UDA today, you come to this party, nobody will oppose you. You get a ticket directly. He will be shocked at how many will leave. Yeah, it will leave him standing with strong people like Ishungu alone. The rest will leave. Yeah, you can only see one or two remaining. The rest will just leave. MPs are MPs. Politicians are politicians. You know that. Yeah.
As we head towards the 2027 elections, look at the kind of numbers that the UDA party actually got in the central region in terms of members of parliament, senators, and all that. What's your prediction this particular time? What do you expect?
Of course, it's not even a prediction. It's just the reality that the Gachagua party will take all the seats. All governors, all senators, you can't survive that wave. If the yellow fever produced all those people, and the yellow party was a Kalenjin, with a Ruto who is a Kalenjin, how about if the real party on the ground now is a homegrown party, headed by Gachagua? You can't win. It's just like in Nyanza, going against Raila candidates. Of course, there will be one or two. There are always odd cases of one or two. But the majority will be the Gachagua party.
Governors?
The same. Same. How will you survive? You can't come with UDA, I want to be governor of Kirinyaga. You will not get. How will you get? It will be impossible. Yeah.
So that would also mean that we are not going to, in as much as the president may be tempted to go for those who are popular on the ground, still that would not perhaps work in the long term.
The popular people would be popular because they are with Gachagua.
Yes.
And to leave a sure bet and try and risk with Ruto will be a joke. But politicians can do crazy things. One or two will do that. Yeah. One or two popular who would have won with the Gachagua party will be lured to the Ruto camp. And of course, their fate will be determined even before the elections. Yeah.
Do you consider UDA dead in the mountain?
Of course. UDA is more than dead. Not even the ghost is visible. Yeah.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wait and see how the president will actually try to climb the mountain again this particular moment. Prof is saying that he was not even able to reach where beginners do reach. Allow me to stop for now till we have this conversation again. Have yourself a lovely day. You can weigh in and tell us what you think. My name is Evans. Okay.